In my opinion, when it comes to the RPG genre on Roblox as a whole, there aren't that many compelling options. I love Fantastic Frontier, but I still gotta wait a few more years until it updates. Vestiria, from what I've heard, devolves into a trading simulator. Voxel Blade and RPG Elevator are alright, and don't get me started on those anime bandit beaters. I really don't like those. One of the only RPGs that seemed interesting to me on the Roblox platform was Deepwoken, and although the game is beautifully made, the PvP aspect and the constant need to watch my back takes away from experiencing this incredible world. I was pretty bored with my options on Roblox until I played Lore Game. I went into it thinking that this was gonna be like Deepwoken, a toxic, backstabbing community with an emphasis on self-preservation, and I have to say, I was completely wrong. Lore Game is not only one of the most phenomenal RPG experiences on the Roblox platform, but the community itself is one of the best I've ever seen. Welcome to Kustopia, and today I will be talking about the ultimate underground experience, Lore Game. A big part of what truly makes Lore Game amazing is its atmosphere. You start off in a large cave with almost everything around you being dark and bleak. No giant marker telling you where to go, no direct incentive to go somewhere, you're just there. The game doesn't riddle you with GUIs telling you where to go next or who to talk to, it simply just drops you in, telling you how to make money and then just lets you do whatever you want. You're allowed to do what you want to do and go where you want to go. When experiencing this for the first time, I was confused yet refreshed. It's rare to find an RPG that doesn't involve hand-holding. After you get in, you just begin exploring, and that's something I think the game does masterfully. Despite the variety of enemies being quite limited, the exploration of the game is some of the best I've ever seen. The game does great in rewarding the player for exploring. Searching every nook and cranny usually leads to you finding something. A new NPC you can talk to, a new weapon, new quests, and even an entirely new area. The size of the map is also pretty big as well. Due to the dark atmosphere and lack of light, I often found myself getting lost after exploring an area, having to find my way back home, and after an hour of traveling, when I finally saw the familiar light of the town, it actually made me feel relieved and happy that I found my way back. The game does perfectly in letting you carve your own adventure out in this weird, dark world. It truly sucks you in perfectly, and I believe that has to do with the very specific rule the creators put into place. No spoiling allowed. This one rule, although simple, makes the game's experience so much better. It's the reason why I haven't name-dropped any of the beautiful and interesting locations that I discovered, because I want you to experience them for yourself. Also, if I do spoil something, the creator can stitch my mouth shut, causing me to permanently be unable to speak. A vast majority of the community respects it, and when I first asked someone about where to go after making it to town, you know what he said? I can't tell you, go out there and find your own way. When I first saw that, I was kind of annoyed, but after exploring, I truly understand why he said this. Finding these locations just through your own intuition and love for adventure makes it feel like you accomplished something, and like I said before, finding something by stumbling upon it makes it all the more satisfying because you weren't expecting it. What truly allows you to embrace this world and experience it to the fullest is the fact that when you die, you simply just respawn. No consequences, nothing. It's a relief that dying doesn't seem to have any consequence because you're gonna die. A lot. Not by any person, any monsters, no, just by falling. You'll see when you play it. The seemingly infinite amount of lives allows you to explore everything without the fear of losing all that you've accomplished. Now, of course, there are some people who don't follow the no spoiler rule, and there are tutorial videos online for the game, and honestly, if you want to watch the how-to videos, that's okay. It's just, to me, going in blind is the best experience. But you're probably already gonna be blind in a pitch black cave. Overall, I feel that Lore Game has the best atmosphere, ambience, and exploration in an RPG game, and it truly deserves a lot more love. Combat in Lore Game is probably what you'd expect. You got your basic swings, heavy attacks, parries, feints, rolls, slides, all that stuff. There's also a large number of weapons in the game, each with their own special abilities. Through exploration, you can find new abilities for specific weapons to change up your playstyle. I don't really got much to say about this without giving away spoilers, so just know that there are a lot of pretty interesting weapons out there that you can get your hands on. Much like Fantastic Frontier, all the NPCs in this game are wacky weirdos who are all pretty memorable. Of course, I'm not gonna talk about any of them specifically, but trust me when I say this, these fellas are weird. The NPCs aren't the only odd and quirky characters in the game, as the player base itself is incredibly wacky. I've met a massive array of random people while playing, and honestly, many of them are memorable and unique. A lot of the people in the game choose to act like NPCs, and with different quirks and designs, it's hard to forget them. I've encountered a weird goblin man who really loves gold, a pot person who was racist towards other pot people, a buff night lady who protected me while I played music, a British man who used a bucket of worms as a hat and acted as my travel companion for a while, a man who gave me vague hints about different locations through riddles, and I even met a furry. A lot of furries, actually. Heck, at the time of recording this, I met a man who challenged me to a music off, and when he lost, beat me over the head with a banjo. Even I do it because, man, it is fun to roleplay. My character is a peaceful, pompadour-having banjo-playing singer named Macleor, who sings vague songs about his exploits and acts as a source of music for a usually quiet town. There's even a bunch of different factions that I won't spoil. The people I've talked to and dueled are extremely pleasant, and I don't actually remember encountering a toxic person. Although exploration is a lot of fun, just sitting in town and sharing stories with other adventurers while playing music is an incredible experience. Not only is this game incredible, but the community is too. Overall, Lore Game is certainly one of the most incredible and unique RPGs on the Roblox platform. The player base is one of the best and quirkiest I've seen, and definitely deserves a lot more love. The game is relatively small as of now, so please, get on your computer, maybe invite a few friends and experience an incredible game with an incredible community.